Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever felt like maybe your gut has a secret agenda, or that your retail therapy is actually costing you more than just money? Because today we're diving deep into the surprising, mom that overlooked connecting lamb, your green choices, and even your spending habits. Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we take that pile of sources you see and we really try to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge and insight.
Yeah, distill it down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Today we've got an incredible stack of information, largely pulled together by Consumers.App. It covers everything from personal health stuff right through to global trends. Our mission, give you that aha moment, a shortcut to being truly well-informed without feeling totally overwhelmed.
And it's a fascinating collection today. Really diverse perspectives on how our daily choices kind of ripple through different parts of our lives. From, individual well-being to these broader societal impacts. We'll be exploring what we put into our bodies, what we put on our bodies, and even how we spend our time and money. It's all intricately linked.
And you, our listener, you're right at the heart of this deep dive. So let's jump in. Let's kick things off with something a lot of us know pretty well, our skin. Our first set of insights is from an article, Clear Skin Starts from the Gut. Doctor reveals surprising acne triggers. Now, a lot of us, we reach for creams, topicals for acne, but this article suggests maybe we should look inward. Is that connection really that powerful, or are we maybe overstating the gut's role here?
Well, what's genuinely fascinating is just how intertwined our internal systems truly are. That gut-brain axis, it's not just a catchy phrase.
Right.
It's a really sophisticated two-way chemical highway. Signals from your gut are actively shaping your central nervous system. It's not just digestion, it's regulating brain chemistry, stress responses, and surprisingly directly influencing inflammatory pathways that show up as things like acne.
Wow.
So, no, I don't think we're overstating it. This deep dive shows a really profound role for the gut, almost like a command center.
That's quite a revelation. So it's more than just eat healthy, get clear skin. It's about the specific balance in our gut. Dysbiosis, is that the...
Precisely. An imbalance in your gut microbes, that's dysbiosis, it can directly fuel acne development.
Yeah.
It impacts your immune system's balance. It compromises how well your skin barrier functions.
Right.
And studies strongly suggest that poor digestive health, even things like IBS, are linked to outbreaks. It suggests your body might even be trying to expel internal toxins through the skin.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a much more complex internal ecosystem at play than just, avoiding a greasy snack.
So this raises a crucial question then, especially since acne is so often treated with antibiotics. If gut health is really key, aren't antibiotics? I mean, they might clear skin short term, but aren't they potentially counterproductive, disrupting that gut balance?
That's exactly the paradox this deep dive highlights. Probiotics actually show real promise here. They can help restore that microbial balance, calm systemic inflammation. It lines up perfectly with the research on the gut-brain-skin axis. But antibiotics, while they do target skin bacteria effectively, well, they often just wipe out the good gut microbiome too.
Right, collateral damage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which can lead to dysbiosis, and then that can actually worsen skin conditions long term. Not to mention contributing to the bigger problem of antibiotic resistance.
Wow.
It's definitely a trade-off that needs more careful, holistic consideration. Thinking long-term health.
And diet's role. Beyond just, don't eat bad food. What are the deeper implications for what's on our plate?
Well, beyond the obvious, diet plays a really significant role in this gut-skin thing. Highly processed foods, sugars, unhealthy fats. They don't just add calories, they actively mess with your gut microbiota. They promote that systemic inflammation, which can then trigger skin issues.
Right.
But conversely, a balanced diet rich in fiber, natural probiotics from fermented foods, anti-inflammatory ingredients that actively nurtures your gut health. And that can directly reduce acne showing up. Recent research, there was a notable study in 2021, it just keeps reinforcing how profound this gut-skin connection is. It's opening doors for genuinely new ways to treat it, not just masking symptoms.
So you might think of your gut as the ultimate control center for your glow, maybe, dictating your diet, your treatment choices with a whole new perspective. That's a deep dive right there into internal wellness. But okay, what about the products we choose to put on our bodies? Our next deep dive shows even your daily makeup routine might have some secrets.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking at Eye Doctor shares common makeup mistakes that can harm your eyes. from using eyeliner to mascara.
Yeah, this is crucial because many common habits can actually be quite harmful. We know about sleeping with makeup on, right?
Yeah, the basic.
But mistakes, like putting eyeliner right on the waterline, using expired stuff, contaminated products, or even sharing makeup, that can all lead to serious irritation, infections, allergic reactions, especially around the eyes, obviously. But the deeper concern, as our sources reveal, is maybe what you can't even see.
And permanent makeup, is that like a set it and forget it solution, or does that carry its own risks for you, the consumer?
Oh, definitely not risk-free. Permanent makeup carries potential risks, allergic reactions, pigment migration, infections. The critical insight here is you absolutely need skilled, certified technicians and really high-quality sterile materials. It's invasive, right?
Yeah.
And the risks are, well, permanent too. It really highlights you got to choose wisely.
Speaking of what goes into the products,
Yeah.
are there specific ingredients we should be genuinely worried about beyond just, general sensitivity?
This is where the deep dive gets a bit unsettling, actually. Cosmetic safety testing is generally standard, sure. But our sources emphasize ingredients like PFAS, polyfluoroalkyl substances. They call them forever chemicals sometimes.
Oh, right. Heard of those?
Yeah, because they persist basically forever in the environment and our bodies. And formaldehyde releasers, too. They're controversial because of links to health concerns, hormonal disruption, maybe even carcinogenicity. But what's really alarming, something that came out of recent research, is that makeup testers, in stores, they're turning into breeding grounds for antibiotic-resistant bacteria, specifically Staphylococcus hemolyticus.
Whoa, wait, antibiotic-resistant bacteria on makeup testers.
Yeah, it's not just a beauty blunder or getting pink eye. It's a potential public health concern that goes way beyond just personal hygiene.
That's not just a don't share your lipstick warning. That sounds like a systemic risk. So what practical steps can you take beyond the obvious to really protect yourself, minimize this deeper risk?
Well, beyond the basics, we know clean brushes, etc. What's absolutely paramount is never sharing products, especially eye makeup, and religiously sticking to expiration dates.
Okay.
Always remove makeup before sleep. And, while regulations in places like the EU are quite strict on ingredients and testing, the US FDA mostly monitors after products are on the market rather than pre-approving.
Right.
So for you, consumer awareness and just being vigilant about ingredients, understanding their potential impact, careful sourcing, that becomes your strongest defense. Knowing your product's lifespan and its potential hidden dangers is key to really safeguarding your health.
So from carefully curating what we put on our faces, clear connection to our health, but our individual wellness choices, they often mirror these broader societal trends, don't they?
They really do.
Which leads us to a fascinating insight into how lifestyle choices are evolving, especially among younger generations. Let's look at this headline. Vegan teens exercise more often than meat-eating peers, study finds.
Ah, yes. This report, based on a large Austrian study, nearly 9,000 teenagers. It's really intriguing for what it says about why.
Okay.
The study found health concerns were the number one driver for about a third, 33.6%, adopting a vegan diet.
Right.
And for another 20%, it was specifically for sports performance. So this isn't just a casual trend. It seems like a very considered lifestyle choice, rooted in, actively pursuing well-being and physical optimization.
And that commitment seems to translate directly into how active they are. It's not just diet.
Exactly. Vegan teenagers reported significantly higher levels of leisure time physical activity. Get this. 86.6% were consistently active throughout the week.
Wow, that's high.
Yeah, notably higher than their omnivorous peers. And they also showed really impressive daily fruit and vegetable intake, over 80% for both. It really suggests this holistic view of health where diet and activity are seen as totally linked, like a positive feedback loop.
So if the benefits seem pretty clear, what's holding others back? Is it just perception, or are there real barriers that the sources talk about?
That's a key question our sources look into. A survey indicated that non-vegans often see the lifestyle as maybe less healthy or just too difficult to sustain.
Ah, okay. A perception barrier.
Yeah, a significant psychological barrier. But it's not just internal perception, peer influence. Huge role in shaping these choices.
Makes sense.
And interestingly, technology, especially things like e-health apps, has become a really powerful tool, providing guidance, community, support, helping adolescents actually stick with these diet and exercise habits. There's even data from Twitter showing a correlation between yoga practitioners and vegans, suggesting, this convergence of health and wellness values in a wider community.
That's a fantastic illustration of how our values, our communities, even our digital tools are shaping our physical habits. These conscious decisions around diet and exercise, they naturally lead to other kinds of conscious consumption, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Particularly in the beauty world. Let's look at sustainability with this article. Beauty heroes. Le Bon Bros.
Le Bon Bros. It's a brilliant example of product innovation really meeting environmental responsibility. They prioritize genuinely eco-friendly materials.
Like what?
Natural bristles, recycled or biodegradable handles, and a strong focus on durability, making it last.
Right, not just disposable.
Exactly. This isn't just greenwashing. It's about creating a product designed to last, reducing waste, embodying that circular economy idea. It perfectly shows the growing consumer demand for beauty products that line up with environmental values. Biodegradable packaging, natural ingredients, cruelty-free testing, all that stuff.
And it's not just about the planet, is it? The sources suggest there are tangible health benefits for us, too, moving away from conventional materials.
Yes, absolutely. Research increasingly shows that sustainable materials, things like natural plant extracts, bio-based compounds, they generally have fewer adverse health effects.
Fewer reaction.
Yeah, it translates to a reduced risk of allergies or skin irritations compared to a lot of synthetics. Even manufacturing techniques like microencapsulation, they enhance sustainability by stabilizing sensitive compounds, meaning less need for harsh synthetic preservatives. It's a compelling win-win. Good for the planet, potentially better for your body, shows that sustainability can actually be healthier.
Now, while brands like Le Bon Bros are leading the way, sustainable often feels like it comes with a higher price tag. Is this trend truly accessible for everyone? Or are we kind of creating a two-tiered system where only some can afford these green choices?
That's a critical point this deep dive gets into. While, yeah, the initial cost for high-quality, sustainable products can be higher, our sources highlight that the broader integration of sustainability across everything, from hairbrushes to, IoT devices, it reflects a systemic push for longer product lives, less energy use, responsible disposal. The challenge of, say, material degradation exists, but it's often met with robust, high-quality materials and, crucially, educating consumers on how to care for the product. Economically, while initial costs might be higher for companies, adopting these practices can actually lead to long-term savings, better brand reputation, and more sales from aware consumers. It's a complex balance for sure, but the market is clearly moving this way, even if accessibility and consumer compromise vary.
So from mindful, sustainable consumption, we now pivot to take a serious look at another aspect of consumer behavior, one that can definitely veer into problematic territory: overconsumption.
All right.
Our final deep dive takes us to a really compelling piece. I was a shopping addict that needs to be taken more seriously.
Yeah, this headline brings a critical, often misunderstood issue into focus. We might casually say shopping addiction, right?
Yeah, people joke about it.
But this deep dive really focuses on compulsive buying disorder, CBD. It's clinically classified under other specified impulse control disorders in the ICD-11. That clinical framing shows it's way more than just enjoying a shopping spree. It's an obsession with shopping and buying, driven by an uncontrollable urge. And it results in severe negative consequences.
Like what, specifically?
We're talking significant financial ruin, social isolation, huge personal distress. It's often triggered by negative emotions, buying temporarily numbs or distracts, but then quickly leads to regret, shame. The ongoing debate about maybe classifying it as a dependence disorder really highlights its profound addictive qualities.
And how prevalent is this, actually? I mean, who's most susceptible based on the data our sources pulled together?
It's way more common than many people think, making it a real area of concern. A study among undergraduate medical students in India in the Chengalpattu district found an alarming 22.6% suffered from CBD.
Wow, nearly a quarter in that group. That's staggering.
It really is. And it makes you rethink every online ad you see. Factors making people particularly susceptible include marketing tactics like constant sales, the huge influence of social media normalizing nonstop consumption, and just a general lack of disciplined saving habits. It particularly seems to impact the younger generation. They're constantly bombarded with digital buying opportunities, instant gratification.
Yeah, it's so easy now.
Too easy, maybe.
And the dangers here, they go way beyond just an empty bank account, don't they? What are the deepest impacts on someone's life?
Oh, the psychological fallout is profound, devastating, really. CBD leads to intense stress, crippling anxiety, severe depression, and these deep feelings of guilt and shame. And these mental health struggles are just amplified by the chaos it creates: excessive debt, ruined relationships, this constant exhausting cycle of craving and regret.
Right.
And digitalization, unfortunately, with its instant gratification, frictionless buying, hyper-targeted marketing, it's arguably amplified the problem, made impulsive buying terrifyingly easy. Advocates in the UK, as cited in the source, are urgently calling for more dedicated support through services like the NHS, recognizing it as a serious public health issue that needs intervention, not just judgment or personal blame.
Wow. Okay. What an incredibly diverse yet somehow powerfully connected set of insights we've uncovered today for the Consumers.App aggregation.
It really is striking.
From the hidden world of your gut microbiome pretty much dictating your skin's health.
Yeah.
To the violent risks maybe lurking in your makeup bag.
Yeah. The conscious, proactive choices of young vegans, the innovation driving sustainable beauty, and then this often overlooked devastating struggle of compulsive buying.
And if we connect these seemingly separate threads, right, it becomes undeniably clear that your individual choices, what you consume, how you manage your health, your fundamental relationship with material goods, they're all profoundly intertwined.
Yeah.
These aren't just isolated decisions. They weave this complex tapestry of impacts on your personal well-being, your financial security, even broader societal health trends. And this raises, I think, an important question for all of us. In a world of constant consumption, endless information, pervasive influence, how do you actually discern? How do you critically assess what truly serves your long-term health, your deepest values, your future well-being?
Instead of just reacting.
Exactly. Instead of just responding to immediate urges or all that external pressure, we really hope this deep dive has offered you a clearer, maybe more nuanced lens to view these everyday decisions and the powerful trends shaping our world. Thank you so much for joining us today. And as you reflect on today's deep dive, maybe consider this. If our gut health whispers secrets about our inner balance, our beauty routines, our diet, and our spending habits reflect our emotional landscape, what might your current choices be truly telling you right now? And what profound shifts might even a small, more adjustment? Exploring, keep questioning, and keep making those informed choices that really resonate with your authentic self.